So let's do exit strategies. So what are your exit strategies? Now you're looking at the note, and when I'm talking about notes, again, I'm talking about both residential and commercial, because you may be also interested in buying note pools, and we're going to look at that. Those are called tapes. We're going to look at what a tape looks like and how we read them and all that stuff. So you're going to look at it. Is there a greater than 50% probability? Do I think that they might come current on this loan? And is this a temporary setback, or is this a temporary setback? So now I'm looking at the note. Do I think that this owner can now become, and it's called reperforming. Can I create this loan into a reperforming loan? And here's a little fact. Anyone who falls below 90 days past due on a residential property will probably never become current. There's 90% chance of foreclosure. Now, you may be able to work with them, trust me, but if it's 90 days past due, there's a real high probability of foreclosure. Now, again, that statistic could have come from a bank that doesn't really work with things. So that may be I'm not sure where that statistic came from. It came from my friend who does all those big notes. So these are some of the things, and this is right in your notes. We'll go through it quick, but what you should think about the price when you're pricing these notes, you need to look at the collateral risk. And that's anything you can get on the property and the market. That's your underwriting for that deal. How much do you know about the borrower? What is the property status, vacant or occupied, owner or tenant or land? And many times now this is great, because many times the bank asset manager does not know any of these questions. That's why you win, because they don't take the time or the opportunity to get the color of these notes. And so you are going to take that time out and get that color for yourself. And that's going to allow you to make a great deal. Because the bank doesn't feel like doing it. This bank or this asset manager is not making a whole bunch of money off of this, and they're not getting bonuses for making these notes performing. So, typically. So they're just not motivated. Plus, most asset managers may have had, if they're commercial, they may have had, they may have been servicing 8 notes, 10 notes, depending, bad notes. And now they're servicing 60, 70. So there's a high lack of motivation going on there. Property stat, okay, many times, just what is on the tape, they rarely go beyond this. So the tape, I'm going to show you what a tape looks like, and they rarely go beyond it, and you'd be amazed at what's not on that tape. All a tape is an Excel template with certain information on it, period. And it's a tape of notes. It's all the different notes. So some of the research that we can do. Is it an owner versus non-owner occupied? You can go to RealQuest Pro and do an owner search on how much that owner owns. Look at the tax record mailing address, and you can go to Netro Online, look for the assessor or the treasurer, see what the owner mailing address is and if it's different from the note address, and that way you can determine whether or not it's tenant occupied or owner occupied. Whitepages.com, do a reverse lookup by address. I do a lot of Googling of the owner and of the LLC. I look, sometimes you can make a phone call and find out some of their credit files, but don't call the borrower again.